Hi everyone, on our channel we like to show you woodworking projects that we have made and that have sold really well for us so you can make and sell them too. As you know, we do a lot of wood art on our channel, and a lot of people have mentioned a technique called
chamfering.
Chamfering, I can never say that word. And it's where you basically take the edge off the wood.
Yep.
And we've tried it using sanding. You've seen it in some of the other videos, but now we have found a chamfering, say it,
Tool.
chamfering tool that we're going to unbox and try today for the first time. So you've never done this before.
No.
I've never done it before. We're going to try it in real time so you guys can see it, and we'll let you know our honest review of this. And this is not sponsored. We bought this tool with our own money.
Yeah, I found it on Amazon and thought I'd give it a try. So.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So our plan is to use the bear pattern, which we've made before, and that is available in our Etsy store if you would like to get the pattern. And we're going to cut it out, and then you're going to chamfer it, and then we're going to stain it, and we're going to compare the chamfered version to my original one that I painted. So stay to the end and we'll be able to see the comparison and see what difference it really makes. And we would love your feedback on which one you prefer. And so let's get to it.
So this is the package. We haven't even opened it yet.
Haven't opened it. And we're gonna do the bear because I've done the bear a few different ways with different colorings and different shadows. So we'll be able to compare it all at the end.
So this is all new to us. And so this is an air-driven tool or a mini pneumatic chamfer deburring tool pair.
So that means you have to use your air compressor?
Yeah. So let's open it up. What do we have here? I have to convert that to PSI because I'm not sure what that is. And we have if tool is to lay idle for a period, keep it well oiled. Okay. Got a couple of keys in here, and looks like some seals and screws. And this is the tool.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool.
It's almost got like, look how it looks like a rotor a little bit.
It is basically a rotor.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we can probably put that away. So yeah, this is your bit inside here. It's almost like a rotor bit inside there.
What?
And when you press on this, the air goes through, and you can change the airflow right here, which is kind of cool. And you can set the depth right here. I think that's one of the set screws right there. You use these little hex key or Allen keys in here. Looks like an extra couple of blades right here.
They're the blades?
Well, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think they are.
Wow.
And then there's these little tiny screws for something. I'll have to look at the diagram. And I think that's an extra screw to keep the blade on. But anyway, this looks really cool.
We'll see. And I think it was around $50.
Yeah,
maybe
like
60.
That. Yeah, we'll put a link to the. Oh, and it even shows the direction of rotation, which is handy. So if this is rotating this way, I'm gonna want to haul my wood down the right side here, because I'm probably not going to go over like that. It's going to be too hard to hold the small pieces. So I'll probably just hold the pieces in my hand and run them along like that. We'll see how that goes. See if I have any fingers left.
Oh. Okay, so that's the blade. That's what you think the blade is?
I do. It's got to be. It's sharp.
Okay, just put it in your hand and hold it up. Yeah, okay. That's tiny.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get it set up and we'll go from there. Wish us luck.
All right, we're going to try this on just a straight piece of wood here to see how it does.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, hang on here.
Takes a nice little slice out of the corner, the edge.
There. Okay, and how was that to use?
Oh, easy. So, now I'm going to try and do one of these big pieces and see how that goes. But to do this, I'm going to have to turn it upside down.
Oh, hun.
I think.
This looks scary to me.
The number side is the bottom, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so I need to do this. I'm a little scared. I don't know how this is going to go.
You can't go around that piece if you held it down, like if you clamped it down?
How are you going to clamp it down so that...
Couldn't you clamp it down and
clamp's
then...
not going to be in the way.
Couldn't you do like one side and then another? Yeah, try
You
that.
could.
All right, here we go.
All right, and that's the finish. More or less. You can go over it again. It's not going to make it any deeper.
Oh, there. Okay. I think I got it there. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just wait. It keeps coming in and out of focus. I think that's a really good shot there of what it looks like. Okay. Okay.
I just want to go over this. That was a really sharp corner in there, so it couldn't get all the way into the point. So I might follow that up with a carving knife.
Okay.
There, they're kind of...
Okay, you know what? I am really impressed. This looks really, really good.
I want to do one more piece and then fit them together and see how the joints look.
Okay, well, my cut was a little not perfect there anyway.
Okay.
Okay, that looks good. That looks good. I am so impressed and happy with this.
Pretty cool, eh?
I am so happy with this.
Okay, this piece is a lot smaller, so I'm going to kind of try doing it upside down like this. I don't know. Actually, that was pretty easy.
Okay, I doubt if that's recommended use though.
Yes, but it did work. There's not much resistance because it's not cutting very deep. Now this is the deepest setting that this little mini tool can do, so it's perfect for this stuff.
Yeah, like honestly, just it is turning out so much better than I expected. It's really, really nice. It's really nice. It's adding really nice dimension right off the bat. It's really nice.
And again, we will put the link.
Yeah, and we'll give you our full review at the end, what we think of it and if it's something we're going to keep using. But so far, so good.
Assuming that goes there somewhere.
Yep. Okay, so now we're doing the smaller pieces, and we did have one fly out of Chris's hand. So you had to turn it down, what, the speed?
You can turn the air flow down here.
Yes.
So I turned it down a bit so it wasn't so high.
Yeah.
It's making it lovely.
It really is. And we should have said at the beginning, we are not sponsored or anything by this tool or company. It's just we bought it out of our own money just to give it a try.
Try to give them a bit of a nicer look by chamfering them. And
Yeah, and so many people had commented on it that we wanted to give it a try. We're always open for new ideas. Okay, so that was a pretty small piece.
it worked really well.
Now, we should say, this wood's 3/4 of an inch. If you had thinner wood than this, you would not be able to
No, you
use
might
this the way you're using it.
be a good way to shave off your fingernails.
Yeah, and follow the manufacturer's instructions. I'm not sure if we're not going off script here a little bit. So this is the main headpiece. It's getting a few dark spots from the heat of it, but we'll be able to sand those off. And this is our first time using it. Very first time, so.
What the hell is that?
Here, it's fast. Don't do that, hon. No, I think it would be good to show how you can do it by hand to match it.
No, this will be easy though.
Oh God, I'm gonna look the other way. Did it work?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I don't think I ever do pieces tinier than that. That's, what do you think? 1/4 of an inch
It's small.
wide, maybe 1/2 inch wide.
And the last piece.
Last piece. Okay, just
Hey, that turned out pretty fantastic.
okay. I am blown away. It's a little rough in spots. We're gonna have to do a little bit of sanding. We got a little dark spots in a couple places where a little burn.
That's just where I stayed too long.
Yeah.
I went over it a few times.
Yeah, and this is where you did it by hand, right?
Yeah.
In that corner. You can see it looks great. Like you can't do these tight square corners. Like you were able to do the
No.
round,
Yeah.
but you can't do the tight square
No,
ones.
just go in with a knife and finish the shape. Like follow
Yeah.
through the.
But honestly, I am
Did a pretty good
blown
job.
away. Hun, you did such a good job.
It did well, yeah.
I am so impressed. This is our first time ever using it.
So this little guy here, I think, is definitely worth it. So cool.
Okay, so
I would recommend a larger air compressor because I do have a smaller one. And I started using it first, but it was losing air really quickly. So we have a much larger air compressor that we hooked it up to, and you can hear it's still running.
it's still running.
So,
Yeah, sorry for the noise.
but you can adjust the airflow right here for super crazy fast.
Just come over here for better light. Here, we're gonna try to. We're trying to make the lighting and the sound better, but okay, there you go.
Yep. Adjust the airflow there. It's got the exhaust right there. The only thing I find is my hand when I'm holding it, it covers part of the exhaust sometimes, so you're always getting blown on the hand with the exhaust. But whatever. This here is the deepest setting. So that's like the largest, I guess, or deepest chamfer that you can make with it.
What's all this?
I haven't quite figured out. This is supposed to indicate the depth, but I loosened the collar off before I loosened the depth. This depth gauge, actually, when you loosen these two set screws, you twist it down or twist it up, and it controls the depth. And I'm assuming this collar was supposed to go with it, but now it'll need to be reset again because I don't know exactly what's what. because I moved this first. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. You can kind of just gauge a couple of...
Okay. And so to use it, we didn't really go into all this. You just...
This is safety, so that you can't just press down on this. You have to press forward on this first.
Okay.
See how it releases? And
So,
see how the exhaust is blowing right on my hand? It should be like out this way or something, but I can't move it. Oh, maybe you can. Hold on. Oh, that's better. Okay. There. Okay, you can move it.
okay. And so, okay, I think Chris is sold.
Yeah, it's wicked.
He thinks it's watch there you go. He thinks it's fantastic. I think the outcome is fantastic. To be honest, I don't think this is a beginner tool. Do you? I wouldn't feel comfortable using that, I don't think.
Wouldn't recommend using it the way I did, but it's pretty easy to.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't recommend doing it with really small pieces.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, you could take a little chunk out of your fingers.
Yeah. And I think, could you...
You could somehow maybe even...
put a sticky mat down or something to hold it?
Yeah, something like that. And go around it.
Yeah. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this piece and we're going to stain it. And we're going to... I think I'm just going to straight stain it. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. And then we're going to compare it to the one that I paint. And we'll see how the dimension and the shadows look. And I might do a bit of painting on it. But, you know, now that I'm looking at it, I don't even think I'm going to have to. So this is just another shot of the bear. I thought this one showed the chamfering edge really well. So I didn't do hardly any sanding at all. Just took off a couple rough edges. And then I stained it with the red mahogany. And here it is stained. You can see the edges have really taken that stain well. And it's nice and dark. All right. So experiment is complete. And now we're going to talk about our review of it. And the pros and cons, I thought, is a good way to do it. So the pros are easy to use.
Yep.
Relatively cheap.
Yep.
The tool's around $50 or $60.
Yep. It works well.
Works well. The end result's amazing. And it was relatively quick to do, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Very quick.
And you really liked it.
I did, yeah. It worked really, really well.
Yeah. And the cons are limited. It's super loud, as most air tools are. And you do need an air compressor.
You need a compressor. And I'd recommend like a not a small one, maybe a little bit larger compressor.
Yes.
So the tool can run for a little bit before it runs out of air.
And from my opinion, I'm a real beginner woodworker with regards to most woodworking tools. I'm very experienced on the scroll saw, but I'm not really comfortable using the miter saw, and I don't use the rotor. So just to give some context, I don't feel this is a beginner tool, but Chris kind of feels like it is. So we're somewhere in the middle there.
I don't find it hard to use at all.
Okay. And
it'd be nice if you could put the pieces down and stick them to something and go around like that, but for the smaller pieces, it's almost impossible. So you have to kind of run them through with your hand.
Yeah, down. And again, use at your own risk. We're not sure that's the right way to do it or not, but it did work. So would you use it again?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The result was really, really great. We'll show you it if you want to grab that one. We'll show you the result. I don't have this one on the backing yet, but just so you can see it.
So this is the original without chamfering.
Yeah, and then this is the one with the chamfering. And to be honest, I feel it's a very different look. I don't feel like they're exactly the same comparison, but they're both equally great. This one's amazing. It looks wonderful. I love to paint, so I will probably still do some paint work on mine, but I think I'd also include the chamfering and then do the paint work.
Yeah, it gives it a nice finished look.
It really does. I think you like the chamfering better than the painted work.
No, I like both, but I do like the chamfering. They're obviously they're different.
Yeah.
But I like the chamfering too.
Yeah. Overall, it was fantastic to use.
Yeah, it was great.
We're really, really happy with it.
And we'll put a link in the description down below.
Yeah, if you're interested in checking it out.
Tool.
So thanks so much for spending time with us. We really, really appreciate it. We hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment below and tell us which one you prefer. We'd love to hear it. And if you have any comments about the process or how we did it or tips or anything else, we'd love to hear that too.
Yep.
So thanks so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye.